I swear this top is gonna end up falling in the end of the video. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurel, and as you can tell from the title, I will be talking about 2021 fashion trends. I'll be showing you guys some pictures, also some clothing pieces that I personally have already that kind of go along with the fashion trends coming up. And a lot of these fashion trends have already been introduced. So starting with the first trend that I think is going to be really huge in the upcoming spring season are colored leather jackets. I have this thrifted colored leather jacket. It's bright orange. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. Obviously from the past 2 years, from 2019 to 2021, we've seen a lot of these oversized leather blazer jacket coming into the fashion scene. A lot of like black and dark brown leather blazers, but I feel like moving into the springtime we're gonna see a lot of colored versions of those leather blazers. I just have obviously these 3 leather jackets. I have this blue one that I showed in my previous haul. It's this beautiful dark blue color with a sick zebra print inside of it. And then I also have this lime green color. I feel like green and lime green have just been super in lately, and I just had to pick this leather blazer version of one because I have been loving the color as well. And obviously you've heard about the Roaring 20s. Everyone kind of just went crazy with their style and became more fancier and just bolder and more glam. So I feel like the trend of escapism, as you will, is going to be a really big trend as well. We're going to see a lot of people dressing up more, even if you're just going to the grocery store or if you're just walking around. I feel like a lot of people are going to tend to lean more on dressing up rather than the usual loungewear that we were all in 2020. We're going to see a lot of crazy styles, funky patterns, mixing up different patterns and styles, and it's going to be a lot more glam and a lot more fun with our fashion styles. The next trend that I think is going to be really big is the 80s, specifically 60s, 70s, and 80s. And of course, we are still going to be taking a couple trends from the 2000s and 90s. I feel like since that was introduced to us, it's never going to go away. It's going to take a while for it to go away, honestly. A lot of millennials and young teens are still really into the Y2K and 90s trend, but I feel like we're gonna really move into the more 60s mod, 70s and 80s retro, 70s disco. I feel like we're really leaning towards that, which is so exciting because I really love like all the patterns, all the prints from that era. So we're gonna see a lot of bright and bold colors, retro prints, disco pants. If you're familiar with Saks Potts, you've already seen that they've actually released like these really fun metallic looking, glittery looking pants in like orange, green. It's beautiful. It's honestly stunning. And still with the trend of, you know, glam and crazy, funky, roaring 20s situation, we're gonna see a lot of sequins, which I have been seeing a lot recently. So I had to pick up a lot of sequins pants. If you've seen my thrift hauls, you've seen that I've picked up a lot of funky pattern pants, but a lot of the ones that I picked up are sequins. As you can see, these are just a few of my sequin pants, but they're all like animal print, but they just have fun little sequins detailed all throughout the pants. It's just super fun and funky and honestly just very, very glam and glittery, which is what we're all about in 2021. So I have this pair, and I just recently got these pair of pants. They're zebra printed, high-waisted, sequins pants. It's stunning. It's obviously just very, very glam, very party pants kind of vibe. And then I have this one. This isn't really sequins, but it's metallic, which is something I feel like is also going to be very popular. The same metallic trends. I showed this one in my thrift haul as well. This is a thrifted Revolt jean, super red metallic flared out mid-rise pants, and I am obsessed with it. Another trend that I kind of haven't really gone into, which is the corset tops trend. I can never say the name of that show. Brigantine? I don't know, I haven't watched it, but that kind of Renaissance vibes era is slowly coming back. Obviously, we're not going to be walking around in those huge dresses, but a little piece of that era is the corsets and making it into a top. I think it's really beautiful, and a lot of models like Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, they've been wearing this trend, and it's really sick, and I really love that whole vibe. And even with like the bustier tops, it kind of falls into the corset tops. I feel like it still kind of gives that element of very like body hugging and very silhouette, and I really like it. I really dig it. I just haven't found myself that confident enough to wear any of the corset tops. Okay, another trend is very well known as of now. It is the fur-lined sweaters, the fur-lined cardigans, the fur-lined jackets, that whole situation, which was popular by Sax Potts. Again, they're just killing it in the game lately. But I have this one, which is very similar to the House of Sunny cardigan, which was also popular with this specific trend, which is the fur-lined cuffs and the fur-lined collar. And it's honestly super cute and girly, and it looks very cozy. This specific top I got from YesStyle, but I think it's so just cute. It's already a big trend because it's been coming up everywhere. Just very luxe and glammed out with the fur. It's very 60s. There's a lot of 60s fur trimmed coats that I saw that I'll be showing. But it's very 60s, and I really like that we're pulling that kind of trend from that era and bringing it into 2021. Another trend that I think is going to be really in, which I've been slowly creeping into this trend, is the psychedelic prints. So funky patterns, funky prints are going to be really in, which I'm just digging it. I'm just digging it. So a lot of psychedelic prints like swirls, geometrics, abstracts. I actually have like 3 tops I want to show you that I did show in my previous thrift haul. So this is very like 60s mod print. It's very abstract, geometric. The colors are also very funky. So any like patterns like these are really gonna be in. Like I said, the swirls, so I have these 2 types. I have this one, which is more of like a psychedelic print. It kind of gives off like a reflective kind of feel to the top, but it's not. Then I have this one. It's just a swirl design, like I was saying. It's still colorful, still gives off that funky 70s trend, but it's a little bit more subtle than that pink top. So this is more wearable on an everyday basis, but it's still like a fun top. What I was saying, like psychedelic prints, swirls, abstracts, groovy prints, marble, and glitchy patterns. Very 70s, very just abstract and very artsy. So a lot of that. Another trend is the check print, but a little bit more bigger, bolder, and adding more colors to the check print. So I don't have any examples for check print because I actually don't have any at the moment, but I really want to get into it. I know Lisa Says Ga, the brand on Instagram, has a lot of beautiful check print sweaters and pants, and they have it in these really nice pastel colors, which I think is super like innovative and just different than the regular black and white checkered prints. And I think it's really cool mixing that with a funky zebra print pants. Like, it just mixing the different patterns together is just really cool and unique, and I think that's going to be a huge trend. Another trend is printed mesh tops. So it's kind of like that second skin top trend that has been really in. It's really cool, really dope. I've seen a lot of cute ones with like Renaissance patterns, tie-dye print patterns. It's really stunning. I have a couple that I want to show you, but it kind of falls into the same category where it's kind of second skin. I feel like it's very 90s, but I have a few to show you guys. It's kind of like what I was talking about. It's very 90s second skin, but it still has like a fun pattern. So I have this top right here that I thrifted. It has a really nice deep v-neck neckline, and it's very sheer and see-through, but it's very sexy, and I think it's gonna be a really fun trend for the springtime. I have this black one as well, kind of the same situation. It has like ruching on the side here and has this really beautiful like 90s print all over the top. Same kind of fit, v-neck, and then this next top is also just a really sick design, very 90s again, and it has like ruching on the sleeves and on the sides, and then it flares out at the bottom, and and has a deep V neckline. This one's a lot more see-through, but I think this is super sexy for like a night out. Another trend is the 60s floral print, like mod style prints. I have two that I want to show you. For example, these are like very 60s floral print pants, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. A lot of the floral prints that came from the 60s are like these very like basic looking flowers. I don't even know what kind of flowers they are. Then I have these pants, which also has like the 60s like mod print pattern. It's a flower with like the swirl design on it. It's really cool, and again, really funky. It's all about the funky pants, all about the funky trends. Okay, I forgot to mention this, but with the checkerboard trend, a lot of it coming back into style is probably gonna be the sweater version of those checker prints. And just like a lot of knitted material, I feel like is gonna come into the trends as well. A lot of knits, a lot of crochet. I think those are gonna be really fun. The J.W. Anderson cardigan that Harry Styles wore, like that really chunky, colorful, like color block checker print sweater, it was really popular, and I feel like that's gonna be really big. A lot of people even remade their own version for themselves. A lot of knitwear is gonna come into play as well, and crochet, like I was saying, like 70s Missoni. They have a lot of like these beautiful crochet detailed pants and sweater sets and dresses, and it's in this really fun like pattern. Another trend coming in is the puffers. I'm sure we are all familiar with the puffers. The puffers came in, I think 2 years ago, but they were ginormous and very out there. And I feel like this coming season, it's gonna be kind of coming from the Y2K 2000s puffer trend, where it's like short and very like marshmallow like, and it doesn't have a hood. It's just kind of like the North Face puffer jacket that's been popular all throughout Instagram and Pinterest. And also like in the 2000s, a lot of puffers actually had like the fur lined hood. So I feel like in the winter season, it's gonna kind of come back into the huge puffer style with like the fur lined hood. Oh, I forgot to mention the colors that are gonna be trending, which is the brighter, bolder, kind of like primary colors. So we're gonna see a lot of bold reds, bold blues, bold purples. We're gonna see a lot of bold pinks, like bubblegum Barbie pink. That's gonna be really in. Also bold green. We're probably gonna steer away from like that pastel green. Obviously pastel is like not gonna go away. It's still a popular color, and I'm most likely still gonna wear it. I have a lot of pastel clothes that I bought from the springtime last year, so I'm obviously still gonna wear pastel colors, but I think we are gonna see a lot more bolder colors, and just brighter colors. Not neon, definitely not neon, but just bolder, you know? I don't know if I'm describing that right. Another trend coming from the 2000s style is the yoga pants, but not specifically yoga pants. It's kind of just copying the same fit of the yoga pants, which is like the yoga flare pants. So we're gonna see a lot of flare pants coming into play, a lot of like those funky print flare pants. I've seen a lot already on Nasty Gal. I actually got 2 flared pants that are zebra print. I really love the fit of it. I feel like it really just makes you look curvy. A lot more wider pants, wider jeans, baggier pants. Another trend that I'm gonna mention as well is the really big wide trousers, paired with like an oversized blazer. That's gonna be a huge trend. I've seen a little bit of that coming, but really big and baggy pants kind of came from like the 90s or something. Okay, I haven't really seen this trend coming yet, but I feel like it's gonna come back, and it's the vests as tops. So I have these two that I want to show you. This one is, they're both thrifted, but this one is from Zara, and it's like this white button-up vest top. I feel like this alone, like paired with some leather pants or flared pants, I think these would look super cute. It's like such a simple top, but I feel like vest tops are gonna be coming back. I don't know why. They're very 2000s, very 90s. This one's very 90s. So this one's a corduroy, Free People vintage button-up vest top, and I feel like normally back then you probably would have worn this over a shirt or over a turtleneck, but I think this alone as a top is probably gonna make a comeback. I don't know. I'm still gonna wear it. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing, but I feel like that should be, because I think it's really, really cute. I've seen a couple pictures. I've seen it from the 70s as well. So hopefully that makes a comeback because it's really, really cute. Another trend is the handkerchief. I can never say that word. Handkerchief tops and scarf tops. So this top right here is actually a scarf. I'm still trying to figure out how to wear it, but this is a scarf, so I just tie it in the back. But they're gonna be making a comeback in the summertime because they're just super lightweight, super easy to put on. You can literally pair them with anything: shorts, skirts, pants, denim jeans, like literally anything. And if you get like the silky material, or if you have like a silky scarf and you make it into like a top, I think that would be really, really sexy and really, really cute. Came from the 90s. I know that Christina Aguilera wore a lot of them like on stage. She even wore it with like these red metallic pants that I told you is gonna make a comeback. I've seen it on Britney Spears. I've seen it on a lot of like 2000s performers. They wore a lot of like these really cropped, silky looking handkerchief tops. Like they look really, really cute. So the next one I want to talk about is the high fashion tie-dye trend. Not the ones that we've seen throughout quarantine, like the really bold and like very just tie-dye looking ones. I'm talking more about like the watercolored, abstract, swirl design, like really cool marble looking tie-dye. Some of it is like very fun, like pink and yellow, like that swirl design to it. It's really, really cute and unique. Like it's still tie-dye in a way, but it's like also kind of psychedelic, 70s, picking up from that trend. And also I really, really like the tie-dye trend where it's just like two colors. So it might be like a darker shade of yellow and a lighter shade of yellow, or like a darker shade of orange and a lighter shade of orange. Like just focusing on one main color and making that as a tie-dye. I think that's really, really pretty, and it's not as bold or crazy looking as the tie-dyes we've seen like throughout quarantine. Okay, moving on to accessories. We've already seen this trend a lot through Instagram and Pinterest, but the chunky jewelry, so chunky rings, chunky earrings, a lot of that is gonna come back. That's very, very 60s, but a lot of like those chunky hoops. I feel like hoops in general are gonna be a really big thing. Also like those flower earrings from the 60s, they're very, very like abstract, very out there. I feel like those are gonna be making a comeback as well. I've said this before in one of my videos, but I feel like we're kind of steering away from mini shoulder bags. Obviously, we're still gonna be wearing the mini shoulder bags. They're really, really cute. They go with a lot of things, but I think we're slowly getting bigger with our bags. And speaking of that, I was saying this in my previous video, but I feel like hobo bags from the 2000s are gonna be back. I have this one that I showed in my previous video. It's like a nylon material, super casual and basic, still small enough and cute to wear with like any outfit. As you can see, it's super, super cute, but it can fit a lot more stuff than that small shoulder bag that we've been using. And I have this one, which is again coming with the metallic glittery glam trend. This is a very 2000s Sharpay Evans bag, again hobo style, very, very cute and just really girly and really, really fun for a party. And then these two bags, they're still like hobo bags, but they're a lot more structured and a lot more smaller. They aren't like very, very boho hippie. So I have these two Prada bags. This is like a very boho chic kind of like saddle looking bag. It's really, really cute in this brown shade. Then I have this one. This is also Prada. This is another kind of boho style, but it's like shorter. And again, just like these slouchy looking bags are gonna be really, really in, especially for the summertime. These are really, really cute. Another trend that I feel like is gonna make a comeback are the bigger sunglasses. We are also steering away from these really small, tiny glass shades. And I feel like we're gonna go bigger. We're gonna have like the square shapes from the 60s. Those are really, really fun. I really love the 60s like the sunglasses that they used to have. Like very round, very abstract looking, geometric looking shades. I specifically like the square ones. I think those are really fun. I feel like the bigger shades just cover your eyes a lot more, protects your eyes more from the sun than those small little ones, and they look really cute and glam. The last fashion trend that I think has already made a comeback are chunkier boots, chunkier soles of shoes. Speaking of chunky shoes, we're definitely leaning away from these over the knee boots. We're very much into the knee-high boots now, like kind of like the go-go style boots. Those have been really in. I've seen them creeping in since like last year, and I thrifted 2 of them. I'm too lazy to get them right now, but I thrifted 2 with like these really chunky heels at the bottom. But I also feel like heels in general are gonna be steering away from like that kitten heel, like that really thin heel. We're gonna have a little bit more of like a chunky block heel style in our heels. For example, I thrifted these beautiful like zebra print mule shoes, but as you can see, they're still like a kitten heel style. They're very short, very comfortable, but the heel itself is just more of like a block, and it's more chunkier, and these are a lot more comfortable than those little thin heels anyways. Okay, my throat is so dry from talking this much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit of the upcoming trends coming up. Again, these are just like personally what I feel like are gonna be coming into play in the spring and summer season. Most of these styles have already begun, and I just wanted to like talk more about it and incorporate some of the pieces that I have in my own wardrobe and show you guys. And I'm just so excited for the spring and summer season to come, and I can wear all these funky prints and patterns. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Again, I do have an online thrift boutique shop that I officially made an LLC. It's super exciting. I'm freaking official, but I hope you guys can go ahead and check that out. Subscribe to our mailing list. It's called Shop in Dreamland. It would really, really mean the world to me if you guys checked out my website. That would be really awesome. I put out pieces every 2 weeks, so just make sure you guys check that out. My mom and I actually do a luxury live selling on our Facebook page every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be really awesome. We sell a lot of authentic luxury designer bags, watches, shoes, so that would be really, really exciting if you guys checked out our Facebook page as well. I will have everything linked down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Stay safe, wear your mask, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!